If you remember, about a year ago, we got into the process of fixing multiple broken Macs. That was 4 iMacs and maybe about 10 MacBooks. Sold those, fixed them. It was a fun time other than selling it. That wasn't very great. But we were able to bring life to several computers that would have just been e-waste. I have another computer in front of me. This one's kind of interesting. This is my own computer. You may remember this from way back in the day. This is my 2012 MacBook Air. I still use it. It's mainly used for light computer usage because battery life isn't great and it's slow, but it's still used quite a bit. Today I turned it on and it was making a little bit of a ticking noise. Interesting. Where did we hear that before? Okay, so that was an iMac. This is a MacBook, but same issue. Ticking noise coming from the general fan area. So I turned it on because I'm a geek. I already have a temperature monitoring app installed on the computer. Temperatures were a little high and RPMs were 0. Let's go ahead and take a look and see if we can replicate this issue again. And I don't know, maybe we'll fix my broken computer. For sake of making this quick, I've already taken the screws off of the bottom. We're going to turn it on. I'm going to show you that it shows 0 RPMs, and we're going to pull the bottom off while it's still on to make sure that it's true that the fan is not spinning. Temperatures increase pretty fast without a fan, surprisingly. So we're going to try and do this quick. So here we go. If we take a look, you can see that the fan is indeed spinning, and as temperature gauge opens up, we'll be able to confirm if that's true, that maybe there's some issue with it not reporting it properly. We'll see here. And there we go, fan says 2001 RPMs. So it fixed itself after a reboot. Here I already had an old computer with a fan in it. If you might remember this is when we swapped the motherboard of a 2013 for a 2015 MacBook Air. Well, it came with a fan and I was prepared to replace it, but it looks like the fan's now working. But it wasn't before, so that's kind of strange. So what changed between when it was previously on and when it's now off with the bottom no longer on it? Well, it almost sounded like it was a cable slapping, but as we can clearly see, there's no cable, nothing in the way of this fan. So I think it's a matter of possibly operating system fault. I've had issues with this computer before where the computer does not want to turn on and it starts beeping because like the battery's been too low for too long. That could possibly be the issue. Now the fan just stopped because the computer went to sleep. That could be issue is operating system fault. This is still running whatever operating system came out maybe like 5 years ago or something. It hasn't been updated for a while, so that could possibly be the issue. Another issue is that this fan has never been cleaned in like the last 3 or 4 years. I take my computers apart every once in a while to clean them. So it's been a little bit while since it's cleaned. I've never taken this computer apart before further than this state, so it could be that the screws are a little bit loose. I'm going to make sure that the fins are clean, which they do look like they're pretty clean. I'm going to make sure these cables are attached well and firmly. I'm going to make sure that the sticky is still on here pretty good. And we're going to go ahead and tighten down this fan and make sure that there's not going to be any issues in the future. For this fix-up, we're going to need a Torx T5 bit, is what we use on these. And we'll just go ahead and make sure that this is tightened down. That one is a little loose. That one still had a little bit of move in it. And that one is pretty tight. And then we have a tiny little Phillips here, which is actually holding the fan together, not actually the inside the unit, but it's just holding the fan together. And that seems like that's good. So the fan works now. It's a little odd, a little puzzling, and a little strange. If we take a look right here, you can see the ribbon cable for the fan itself is in place. It's still working good. And let's spin the fan to make sure it does sound good. Fan sounds good. Let's go ahead and put the cover back on the bottom and we'll make sure it works again. And we'll call this fixed. Temperature gauge is reporting a value. I can hear the fan whirring and it seems like there's no issues. So this computer fixed itself apparently, but it was an interesting lesson that if you have a mechanical issue like your fan not spinning, it's very possible that it could be an operating system issue, or at least something that can be resolved with a computer restart. I was pretty excited when I had this already laying around. I was hoping to be able to make a video where we take this computer apart, take this fan out, and fix some computer that I actually use, fix my own electronics. It's not very often that my own things break on me. So I was excited to fix that for you. The last time I fixed something I actually used was my drone where one of the motors died. We soldered that up together, replaced that, and that was cool. I still use it, but it's not too often that my own personal technology breaks. So I was excited, but we learned something today. You can fix your computer with a restart. True proof that restarting the computer is the true solution to technical issues. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I wish we could have done more. Unfortunately, this fixed itself. That was no fun. But anyway, thank you for watching. As always, if you have any comments or suggestions, let me know in the comment section below, and be sure to get subscribed so you don't miss any more videos like this. This is Mark, and I'll see you in the next one.